Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 32 of the Houston Astros franchise here on MLB The Show 20. We have two series today, first one at home against the Toronto Blue Jays before we travel to Seattle to face our division foe Mariners. Two teams that we could definitely gain some ground on, so if you're excited for this episode, make sure you leave a like and do me a favor and subscribe down below. That support really helps me out. It lets me know you guys want more franchise content for the channel. So on the mound here for the Astros against the Blue Jays will be Rogelio Armenteros, who we saw have a really poor outing last episode against the Minnesota Twins, struggling on the road. He's looking for a bounce back game against the Blue Jays, and he will start off his day against Jonathan Davis, stepping into the box for the Blue Jays. 241 on the season, first batter, 0-1 count, and he's going to get a pitch. He's going to drive this one to left field, but Kyle Tucker doesn't have to range very far to record the first out. So let's take a look at this Blue Jays lineup. Followed Jonathan Davis. We will see Joe Panik DHing today, followed by Vlad Guerrero Jr. at third, Teoscar Hernandez in left, Bo Bichette at short, Randall Grichuk in right, Reese McGuire behind the plate, Kevin Biggio at second, and Brandon Drury in the 9 hole. So a lot of young prospects here that just haven't really blossomed yet for the Blue Jays. But here's Joe Panik shooting one down opposite field line for a base hit. So runner down on first here, 1 out. This is going to lead us to Vlad Guerrero Jr. and he's going to not be able to pull the trigger on a down fastball. That's 2 outs on the inning. Teoscar Hernandez up next, 1-1 to him, and he gets a very loud pop-up to left field, but that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So Blue Jays no damage here in the top of the first. They're going to send out Matt Shoemaker on the mound, who's 2-11. I know record doesn't mean everything, but man, that's ugly to look at. His 5.42 ERA is not helping him, however, so he's looking to get that down. He will start off his day against Michael Brantley, and first pitch to him, he's first pitch swinging on a slider and flies out to Grichuk in right for the first out. So let's take a look at this Astros lineup, who is still missing Yasiel Puig in this game. So in his replacement, Brantley will shift over to right, and Kyle Tucker will move to left field. And then Garrett Stubbs will be behind the plate since it is a right-handed pitcher. Other than that, most of the normal lineup you've come to know and love/hate. Alex Bregman up next, full count to him. He's slicing a fastball right to Vlad Guerrero at third, and that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. So now it's up to Altuve to get a base runner, 3-1 to him, and he's going to draw a walk on a very close spitter down and in. But so that's a runner on first base for Yordan Alvarez. Hit and run. It looks like Altuve took off, and Alvarez gets a perfect pitch to drill, and that's going to bring Altuve all the way around to from first, and Alvarez has another RBI on his season. George Springer up next, 2-2 to him, and he pops up a changeup deep to left field, but still in play of the ballpark. So Astros draw first blood in the bottom of the first. Let's go top second now with Bo Bichette, who drills this one deep to left center, deepest part of the park, and Springer has enough space to get underneath it for the first out. Randall Grichuk up next, 1-0 to him, and he's going to pop this one deep to right field, but they were playing the shift the other way, and Grichuk's going to have an easy extra bases. He's going to go 2. He's going to round and try for third. Puig's not in right field, so he will have a easy slide-in triple. Reese McGuire up next, 1-1 to him, and he lines this one up the middle for a base hit. That's going to tie this one up at 1 as the Blue Jays get that run back. Kevin Biggio up next, 0-2 to him, and he gets a fastball blown right by him for the strike 3. And 2 outs now to Brandon Drury in the 9th spot. He's going to walk, so Armenteros is losing a little bit of command here. That's runners on first and second now. Jonathan Davis, top of the order, 1-2 to him. He's going to line this up the middle. Altuve can't get to it. Runners are going to round third. He's going to come for home, and he's going to get it. So the Blue Jays take the lead in the top of the second. Joe Panik up next. He's going to pop this one up to right field. So 2-1 now. Blue Jays respond with 2 of their own. Let's go bottom 3 now. Top of the order once more. Brantley. He's going to get a leadoff base hit between first and second base. Good hitting on the low and in fastball. Alex Bregman up next, 0-1 to him. Slider, he's taking this one to left field. So back-to-back base hits to start the inning for the Astros. Altuve up next, 0-1 to him. He's taking a fastball other way, but this one's going to be caught by Grichuk. Well, that's going to allow Brantley to tag and go to third base. Now runners on the corner with 1 out. Alvarez up next, full count to him. He gets a fastball and drills this one deep to right center, but Grichuk has enough space just shy of the wall. But Brantley will score with ease. So we're tied up at 2-2 once more. Springer up next, full count to him. He is way late on the fastball. Should have just let that one go. So that'll end the bottom of the third. Now top 5, Joe Panic. We saw him single back in the first. He's 1 for 2 on the day, and he's first pitch swinging, and he's first pitch popping up to Alex Bregman at third for the first out of the inning. Vlad Guerrero Jr. up next, 1 for 2 on the day, and he's going to dribble this one behind the pitcher. Correa can't field it cleanly, and he will reach a board. Let's see, they're going to score that one a base hit, so could kind of gone the other way, but that's a base hit nonetheless. And here's definitely another base hit. That one's roped into right field. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is going to get on his horse, but he's going to stop at third. But now second and third, 1 out for Bo Bichette, and he drills this one deep to left center. That ball is gone off the train track wall. A 3-run blast for Bo Bichette, his 21st of the season. And Armenteros has another rough outing. That's back-to-back rough outings for the young pitcher. And the Blue Jays just pulling out in front. This is supposed to be an easy game, not looking like it. Randall Grichuk up next, saw him have a triple. He's going to sit down now for the second out of the inning. 5th on the day for Armenteros, so a lot of strikeouts, but unfortunately a lot of base hits and a lot of runs, and this will end the top of the 5th. So now bottom of the 5th. Now Astros trying to keep track with the Blue Jays. Garrett Stubbs going to lead us off. A 1 count from Shoemaker. He gets a solid fastball, drives it to right field, and Grichuk makes a beautiful diving grab. Maybe a little unnecessary, but nonetheless, that's a web gem. 2-1 now. Brantley up next. He gets a fastball, bloops this one into left field, but Vlad is able to get back and catch that one. Bregman up now, 3-1 to him. He's going to draw the walk, leads the American Leagues in walks. There's another one to his resume. Altuve's up next. He's first pitch swinging into center field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. So a little 2-out rally here for the Astros. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Alvarez up next. First pitch swinging, first pitch dribbling to the second baseman. That's 3. So no answer from the Astros in the bottom of the 5th. How about top 7 now? Joe Panic back at the plate for the Blue Jays. Brad Peacock's now on the mound for the Astros. He's going to start off his inning with a walk to Panic. Vlad Guerrero Jr. up next, line this one straight at Correa. Good glove flash by the shortstop. Records the first out of the inning. Teoscar Hernandez up next, and that's another walk. So Peacock putting 2 on with walks here in the top of the 7th. Now Bo Bichette up again. He's going to line this one up the middle. Base hit for him. And they're not going to test the arm of Springer at center. But now you got bases loaded, 1 out. And that's going to bring in Alex Reyes from the pen. 5.05 ERA. Acquired recently from the Cardinals. That's a struggling ERA. Hopefully he can get it down. First batter is going to line it up the middle, though, on the very first pitch. So that did not pay off. It's now a 6-2 game for the Blue Jays. Reese McGuire up next, 1-2 to him. He chops this one to Altuve. 4-6. 3 double play, which saves a run. So that's going to end the 7th. We're going to go top 9 now. Austin Pruitt into the game. A little better ERA, 4.30 on the year through 11 games. And he has a runner on second, 1 out for Teoscar Hernandez, who drills this one deep other way in the gap. That's going to score the runner on second with ease. And Hernandez is going to have extra base hits. He's going to try for 3, and his speedy wheels are going to get him into third base or a triple. His 6th on the season. Bo Bichette up next, already 3 for 4 on the day. Make it 4 for 5. That ball is in the gap. That's another extra base hit. And the Blue Jays just busting this one wide open, 8-2 now. And that's going to do it for Pruitt. Only able to get no outs, actually, because he came in later in the inning. But Chris Davinsky now up next, 5.54 ERA. Hopefully he can shut him down. That's going to be an easy grounder to Correa for the 6-3 putout. So now 1 more out. Reese McGuire, he said, I'm not done. He's drilling this one deep over the head of Springer in center, and that is way back up against the wall. Thankfully, that's the deepest part of the bark, but it is now 9-2 for the Blue Jays. Next batter, Kevin Biggio, he's going to ground out to end this inning, but it is now 9-2 Blue Jays, and that is going to be all she wrote. Astros can't come back down 7, and they unfortunately get embarrassed in the first game of the series against the Blue Jays, and a team that they should be the lowest team in the AL East comes into Houston and dominates the Astros. Line score 9-2, give up 17 hits. Jeez. Shoemaker gets player or win. Armenteros gets the loss, and Bo Bichette's 4 for 5 day gets him the player of the game. So not a good outing here for the Astros. Armenteros, another rough outing from the starting pitching, and another rough outing from the bullpen. Next game, we lose 5-4. Blown 9th inning save for Osuna. Bo Bichette goes yard once more, and the Astros lose the second of 4 against the Blue Jays. Osuna blows the save. 2 earned runs in 1/3 inning action, and then we lose game 3 as well. We go up 3-0 after 1, and we lose this one 5-4 as well. Alvarez had 2 homers, but he just can't do it all. This time was a rough outing from Verlander and Reyes out of the pen. Thankfully, we don't get 4 games swept as we win 5-3 in the last game against the Blue Jays, but that was a very bad series. Brantley, Bregman, and Correa all went yard for ourselves, and Colors had a pretty solid day. Thankfully, though, we do get Yasiel Puig back. His stint on the IL is over, so he will be back just in time for the Mariners series, as we will have Jose Urquidy now on the mound, or other young prospect pitcher, going against the lefty Yusei Kikuchi out in Seattle in T-Mobile Park. 44-75 Mariners host the 61-56 Astros. Take a look at Kikuchi's numbers: 431 on the season, 510 record, 131 2/3 innings pitched. He's had a little bit of an up and down season, and we're led by our budgeting star Jose Urquidy, 8-5, 2.37 ERA. Whip is a little high at 1.29, but the ERA is very low, so doing something right. And he will start off our day. We have Jose Altuve at the plate. Look at this, a little bit different in the one spot. Manager Johnny Cook trying to start a little something different here. Here's actually our lineup, as Springer gets the day off, which caused a little bit of a jumble. Mariners got Malik Smith, J.P. Crawford, the powerful Mitch Haniger, followed by first baseman Daniel Vogelbach, who gave us problems last time. Patrick Wisdom, who we haven't seen yet, DHing, followed by Kyle Seager, Shed Long, Tom Murphy, and Kyle Lewis. So a little bit of different lineups for both teams, so this should be very interesting today. Starting off with Jose Altuve. He's 0-1, lining our fastball to opposite field, but hung up there just in time for out number 1. Brantley up next, 1-0 to him, and he's popping a fastball inside to the third baseman who's playing the shift, but unfortunately for us, he's able to get there. That's going to bring up Bregman, who's going to draw a 4-pitch walk, though, so another walk for Bregman. Drawing plenty of those this year. Alvarez up next. He can't catch up to the fastball 2-2, so that's going to end the first for the Astros. Now let's see what the Mariners can do in the bottom of the first. Malik Smith leading off. He's going to dribble this one right back up to the mound, or Curdy makes the easy play for the first out. J.P. Crawford up next, 0-2 to him, and he gets a fastball and drills it to left center in the gap. That's going to go over the wall for a ground roll double, his 15th double of the season. So a little bit of trouble here for the Astros. Haniger grounds this one to Altuve. That's a 4-3. So now a runner on third, though, 2 outs to Vogelbach, and he's going to pop this one up in foul territory behind first base. So both teams scoreless through 1. Let's go bottom second now. Patrick Wisdom up next for the Mariners. He's going to line this past the glove of Altuve. So a lead off base hit for the Mariners. Urquidy in a little bit of trouble here in both innings so far. Kyle Seager up next, 1-1 to him. And he's going to drill this one right where Correa should have been if he wasn't playing the double play. So that's back-to-back singles for the Mariners. First and second now, no outs for Shed Long. And he's going to travel this one 4-6-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered. And now a runner on third, 2 outs for Tom Murphy. Catcher gets a high and outside fastball and goes opposite field power for this one. That's a 2-run blast. And the Mariners take the lead early, his 16th home run of the season. And our early inning struggles from our starting pitchers continue. I don't know what's wrong with the bottom half of the rotation, even the top half of the rotation, as they struggle to get quality starts. Kyle Lewis up next, 0-1 to him. He's going to line this one deep to left field. Thankfully, Brantley has enough time to get underneath that one, but the Astros are down 2-0. Top 4, Carlos Correa is going to lead it off. He's going to get a single to the left side. Correa's been pretty hot recently, getting the bat up and lively. That's going to bring up Yuli up next, 3-0 to him. He's going to draw a 4-pitch walk. Good eye from Gurriel to lay off the high heat. So now it's runners on first and second for Kyle Tucker. Gets a solid pitch to hit, but pops this one out of play in foul territory for the first out. Not out of play, excuse me. Yasiel Puig up next, full count to him, and he gets a fastball and drives this one deep to left field. And Puig has his first home run as an Astro, 3-run blast. 360 feet. If there was people not sleeping in my house, I would be yelling right now. But Yasiel Puig putting the Astros up with a 3-run jack, making a difference. Yasiel Puig, welcome to Houston, my friend. 3-2 lead now for the Astros. Maldonado up next. He's going to pop this one to the third baseman. Once again, Seager makes the play for the second out. Back to the top of the order now. Jose Altuve leading off 1-1 to him. He gets a fastball or a slider and drills it to the gap in left center. That's going to be an easy double for Altuve. So not out of the woods yet is Kikuchi. Runner on second, 2 outs. Brantley up next. Lets a changeup and lace this one right at the glove of Vogelbach. So now bottom 4 will lead off walk for Patrick Wisdom. He will take his base. And Urquidy actually got hurt after that pitch. So Jose Urania is going to come in to finish off the batter of Kyle Seager. Urquidy would be fine though. He just had to leave the rest of this game. And he is going to drill this one to left center. Kyle Seager gets that one down up against the track. So now runners on second and third. No outs for the Mariners. A little bit of trouble here for Urania. He's going to walk Shedlong as well. So bases loaded, no outs. Astros lead in danger, but Murphy goes down on the swinging strike. That was huge. Lewis up next. He drills this one, but gets it past the glove of Altuve. That's going to at least be 1 run. Runner comes home, and he is going to be safe as well. So now a 4-3 lead here for the Mariners. They come out right back on top. Malik Smith up next. He's going to go on that one. So that's another strikeout for Urania. And then J.P. Crawford, 2-2 to him. He's going to suffer the same fate. So Urania's getting all 3 outs by the strikeout, but unfortunately gave up 2 runs as well. So now top 5 for the Astros. Bregman can't pull the trigger on the changeup. That's a lockup. And third for Kikuchi on the day. Alvarez up next. First pitch swinging. Fastball to left field. They were playing the shift. So Alvarez will be rewarded with the easiest double he will ever have. So now runner on second, 1 out. Carlos Correa up next, 2-1 to him. He blasts this up the middle. Another base hit for Correa. And that's going to be another RBI for Correa as he ties it up at 4. So Correa, one of the hottest bats here for the Astros recently. Very excited for his hit. Gurriel up next. He gets a fastball. He's first pitch swinging perfect into left field. So runners on first and second, 1 out. That's going to bring up Kyle Tucker once more. He gets a pitch, drives it the other way, but unfortunately doesn't have the power. We're going to try to tag on this one though. And good cutoff throw. Correa is dead to rights at third base for the double play. So now top 9 now still tied at 4. And Maldonado leads off with a walk. Dan Altavilla on the mound now for the Mariners. Both pitchers going to get the no decision. And there's a pop-up by Altuve for the first out. It's now Michael Brantley up next. First pitch swing as well. Pops a fastball up into center field. And that will not advance Maldonado. So now Bregman up next. 3-0 to him. And he's green light swinging. He's rewarded with the base hit into left field. So go ahead run only 180 feet away. Alvarez up next. He swings and misses his 3rd strikeout of the day. So we're tied going into the bottom of the 9th. Brad Peacock on the mound again for the Astros. Gets the first man swinging. He is upset. 4th strikeout of the day for Peacock. Top of the lineup now. Malik Smith up next. He's going to drill this one to Bregman at 3rd. And that's going to be a 5-3 putout. So 2 down here for the Mariners. J.P. Crawford up next. 3 for 4 on the day. Make it 4 for 5. That's down the line. And Brantley, a little bit of slow getting to that one, and he is going to be rewarded with a double. So good hustle by Crawford. Winning run is now 180 feet away for the Mariners. Then Haniger, the powerful Haniger, is going to walk to go to first base, which is going to bring up Daniel Vogelbach, who gets a fastball away, opposite field power, and that's walk-off, ladies and gentlemen. 3-run blast from Vogelbach, and the Mariners stun the Astros. 3-run blast, 377, and Vogelbach makes the Astros pay again. That's a walk-off here in Seattle. Enjoy it, big fella. As the Mariners stun the Astros at home in Seattle, take game 1 of the set, and the Astros are blowing their chance to make up some ground. Player of the game was J.P. Crawford on his 4 for 5 day. For the Astros, these should be easy wins for the Astros, and they are just struggling. They lose game 2 as well, 4-3. After a 2 spot in the first, just couldn't do anything with it. Armenteros had a up and down outing once more. And in game 3, we do win 2-1 though, so bats still not really coming alive. Thankfully, we had a very solid outing from Zach Greinke. But Astros 62 of 58. It's easy to say this is a disappointment. And then if you look at the division-leading Oakland Athletics, what are they doing in the meantime? They are slaughtering the defending champ Washington Nationals 12-3 in game 1, 12 runs through 5 innings. And then in game 2, they score 11 runs, so 23 runs in 18 innings for the Athletics. Just putting on a show in Washington. And then why not finish up the sweep? This time a little bit better, 4-3, but the Athletics are rocking and rolling, and the Astros are doing the exact opposite. They're just rolling and sliding down the rankings, now 3rd in the West. And we face the team that's now in front of us, Los Angeles Rangers, up next in LA, as well as have a revenge against the Seattle. Can these Astros do anything, or are they just on the books for a very disappointing season? We'll see Justin Verlander up next at the beginning of the episode. That one's all for we have time for today. Just a disappointing outing for the Astros, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below for more content. And this is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.